avcılığının bulunduğuna oraya götürdük.
I find seas extremely challenging. My way of thinking, my way of doing things, my way of understanding art as something I studied at Art Academy. Here art is totally different because you have to do it on street, you have to do it on unconventional spaces, you have to be provoked by the environment in a certain city. What kind of provocation we are throwing in front of people? Because sometimes it could be insulting, sometimes we could receive no response because there is no such a habit. So this is a constantly learning, ongoing learning process for both sides. And I think this is the meaning of art. This type of provocation when after the meeting you're not the same. You artist and audience. The project is an, I would say, synthetic type of art because we're combining performing and fine arts or exhibition. Because inside the suitcase there is something like a small museum or exhibition space in which I represent the 45 years of so-called socialist or communist times in my country. Inside you can find hundreds of small objects collected in different places, or my personal, my family actually objects, representing the history from a totally different angle.
Now we have some finished work, so we can lean back on those a little bit. We can relax. We know that there is good shows for the audience to see and appreciate. So we've had, for example, in SEAS Istanbul, a master class in cultural management. Dragan Klajic is working with a number of master students for 3 days, also in project leadership and international cultural management.
We met here with a number of Turkish colleagues. It was also some kind of an opening, I think, for the Istanbulian and Turkish intellectual scene. We had then a series of very candid and often very polemical dialogues about Turkey, Istanbul, opening of Turkey to the rest of Europe, but also about the cultural implications of European integration.
The reason that I've shown you this movie is not just because this young talent has the same name as mine, but to show you the amazing and the great capacity and the humor of our young generation has, and which I believe that with sound and right policies, cultural policies, it should be supported somehow.
Don't be afraid of having like physical contact. You have to think like when you're creating your picture, you're not doing it to the other one when you have physical contact. You're doing it because it's on the way to your picture. That's what I meant. For me, the borderline is that when you're in that situation where you're creating your picture, but this person is right on the way that your picture is.
We've had a dance workshop with Philippe Blanchard from Sweden. We've had an actors workshop with Wunderbaum, working with young Turkish actors. That's one side, that is the encounter with the Turkish people, the people that we want to meet in Istanbul.
Ve herkes gidip bu saçma heykellerin yanında durup fotoğraf çektiriyor.
Amuda kalkan bir tane vardı. Şu gerizekalı onun yanında amuda kalkmaya çalıştı ve kışladan üstüne düştü.
Good. It's good. I feel that you're really good listening to each other and doing it together.
We wanted to do something with, since it was only working in stereotypes for 2 days, we also wanted something real Turkish and real. It was also about two ways of acting very big and acting in a very personal way. So there was some sort of thing to do, but also we wanted to add some real people emotions in the workshop.
Şu görüntüye baksana. Şu rezalete bak. Şuralara bir bak ya. Bunlar ne ya? Bunlar ne? Ne bunlar? Ben anlamıyorum. Ne bunlar?
Hatırlasana her tarafa koymuşlar böyle rezalet bile gülüyorlar ha.
Hatırlıyorum ama hiç parti yok.
She's helped us by providing everything and making the connection between us and the different cities. So that is a good thing, because we wouldn't have come up with this idea ourselves, with the idea of all these playing in all these cities. But we, of course, separately, we can make this performance, of course, artistic-wise, but C's is very important in initiating it.
And then on the same time, we've had two workshop productions that have been being developed here in Istanbul. The most important, of course, and the deepest has been the work with Glorious Death, where Drita Rokasapi and the playwright Mia Törnqvist have come to Istanbul to work with an Istanbul-based singer.
We will have a choir of voices singing Solitude. Because suddenly all the characters will be singing Solitude on screen in their own way. So we will have a video choir of Solitude, exactly as these characters can reproduce Billie Holiday's version. In my solitude, you don't